fantastic on the book. And
yes, shout outs to High Heels Lo-Fi
yes,
for doing the cover
and
art.
Jeff Cottrell is also providing a theme song for the book. Rose, 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 she's dead, everybody knows. Roses supposes, she
It's poetry,
noses
Jeff.
Moses. And J.D. Deluzio, Rose go
Yep.
round the Sallies.
I think Jeff Cottrell should try his hand at spoken word. That's what I think.
It sounds that way, yes. Oh,
Jeff Cottrell's a spoken word artist.
can't hear me now. Excellent. All right, well, I will send it over to you, Mike, and please, let's hear the song.
Okay, 1 second. My heart beats for you. Thought I'd said goodbye. My heart beats for you. I could hear your cries. I didn't know you. Never seen your face. Couldn't feel a thing. In that darkened place, I couldn't see a thing, and I couldn't hear a sound. But you called to me, and I pulled myself up from the ground. I gave you my heart. My heart is a feeling I can't describe. I gave you my heart. My heart, and you made me feel alive. So dry your eyes, 'cause I've arrived. Our lives are intertwined, and now we'll never ever be apart. I gave you my heart. I'm a part of you, forever entwined. I'm a part of you, forever inside. I knew you were there. I heard you calling. It calls you the surface to join the living. I couldn't see a thing, and I couldn't hear a sound. But you called to me, I pulled myself up from the ground. I gave you my heart. My heart, it's a feeling I can't describe. I gave you my heart. My heart, and you made me feel alive. So dry your eyes, 'cause I've arrived. Our lives are intertwined, and now we'll never ever be apart. I gave you my heart. My heart, it's a feeling I can't describe. I gave you my heart. My heart, and you made me feel alive. So dry your eyes, 'cause I've arrived. Our lives are intertwined, and now we'll never ever be apart. I gave you my heart.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So obviously that's called "I Gave You My Heart," and my reverb is still on. 1 second.
No worries.
And that will be available on iTunes and Rhapsody and whatever else, wherever you get your music, within the next little while, starting probably next Friday. When you're indie, they don't let you put it out all at the same time on one place. It kind of trickles out whenever
Sure.
they allow it. So if you enjoyed that, take a look for it.
Excellent.
And if you didn't, don't tell anybody.
Do you
Well, thank
have
you.
a like central website for your music?
I do. It's krakennotStirred.com.
Excellent.
That's Kraken, like the giant sea monster.
And actually, if you want to see me do more of this with all these crazy lights and stuff, up there at the top where it has Twitch and it has Brainlag Books, just change that to krakennotStirred.com as well, and you can hit the follow button and then come right back here again, and also follow Brainlag if you haven't.
That's right. All right, we've got a lot of applause and nice comments in the chat. Biddy the Bitter Almond says that was so cool. I loved that. Dave Silverberg from 2 says, congrats on the book, Mike. So happy for you.
David Silverberg.
Old Stoneface says, nice.
Thank you, Dave.
M-Cross.
Thank you, Old Stoneface.
M-Cross 2112 says, awesome. Paleo says, love it. Dave Silverberg from TO also says, can I get it on my Nintendo GameCube?
If GameCube has like a streaming or download service thing, then yes, you will be able to get it there.
I think your next project should be recreating the song in Mario Paint.
That sounds like work. But hey, maybe.
I actually heard a very nice arrangement of a song from Chrono Trigger. Actually, no, it wasn't Mario Paint. It was the Nintendo DS music app.
Okay.
So yeah, we've got more applause, more lovely comments on the cover art. And Jeff Cottrell says, now do Freebird.
Excellent. I can't do Freebird, but I could do Sweet Home Alabama. My slide's in the other room, so hang on. Hang on. I used to know it. Something like that.
Well, that's all right.
And that's all the Skinner.
I think we should stick with more of your original songs. Would you like to play another one for us?
I would. I would like to do one about reading, since that's what we're all about.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah. Let me just load it up.
All right. Oh, pardon me. The coffee's getting to me.
So this song is about my first favorite author, and that particular author has been in the news quite a bit lately because he was not a perfect human being. And, you know, that doesn't mean that he didn't make me start reading or inspire me to start reading early on. And so it was between my first favorite author, who you'll figure out very soon, and my mom, who also encouraged me very much to read, mostly by getting these books from the library and going, here, read this cool stuff. And anyway, I'll play that for you right now. say it's a chorus for a friend. Roadie to the White Heart, the venue drum and Banjo's talk. Cowboy things, Big's Bar and Grill. I paid for the wings, astronomical bill. The flying swan and the green dragon pub. I hugged my dog at the Japanese club. A cantina on Tatooine. You wouldn't believe all the places I've been. You wouldn't believe all the places I've been. Many years later, it's plain to see. My love of books is strictly good to me. It made me think and comprehend. It served me stuff and it made me friends. I'm sure that you'll have ascertained. It's done much more than entertain. The benefits have been quite profound. So thanks to my mom and to Dr. Seuss. I walked into Mordor and hacked the sprawl. I picked up my ash where the sun and I fall. Traveled through the doors and put in Gilder. I fought on the side of the cylinder. Flatland Army and a Planet X. Bears trip 1 to Alpha Complex. You know where we're going to pull that in from the waters of Celeste or whatever's the sailing. I've been through the Oxford time machine. You wouldn't believe all the places I've been. No, you wouldn't believe all the places I've been. You wouldn't believe all the places I've been. You wouldn't believe all the places I've been.
Wonderful. I love that song. So much energy.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm not sure what happened to the side lighting in that one, but you could hear it.
That's
That's what
right.
matters. No one needs to look at me. And there we
And
go.
I also love the variety in your music, the very different styles
Sorry.
between.
I dropped my
No
earphones.
worries.
Hang on. There we go. That was smooth. So
No,
sorry.
no worries. I love the variety in your music, such very different styles, even just between those two songs.
Well, thank you. That's kind of what I'm going for. I played for an industrial metal band for almost 20 years, and we tried to expand within that limitation and try to do as many different things there as we could, but after a while I was kind of like, I want to do other stuff. If I feel like doing country, I want to do country. And I have. So if I want to do death metal, I'm going to do death metal too. I did a death metal song about Godzilla.
Nice.
It was fun. But yeah, so I decided that with this whole thing, the topics will be not exactly limited. It's going to be within the nerd stuff oeuvre, but musically it's going to be whatever I feel like it being. And some people don't take well to that, but that's okay.
I love all different styles of music. Mainly, I listen to arrangements of video game music. That's kind of the bulk of my music collection,
Okay.
but there's so many different styles, and I just love them all. I love the new age, the classical. I love, techno, house, trance. I'm not too big on dubstep, but I mean even like chip tunes and reggae, and there's just so many different genres out there, and I love hearing music and musicians that experiment and try different things, and I love the difference
absolutely.
in your different songs.
Well, thank you. That's a thing which probably, like I said, turns some people off because they might like one song, they listen to another, go, well, what is this? This isn't the same thing. But I mean, Frank Zappa managed it. Devin Townsend is managing to do it. So I figure, I'm gonna make the music I want, and if you like it, great, and if you don't, that's okay
And
too.
Also, the great part is this way you can reach a bunch of different audiences. Maybe
That's
people
true.
might not like one
That's
type
true.
of song, but you'll probably have another song that they will like.
Yeah, and that's totally cool. I'm good with
So
that.
Jeff Cottrill said, gonna head out soon. Have a good night all. Congrats on the bookie. So thanks for coming, Jeff. And I
Thanks,
agree
Jeff.
with SC Worm in the chat, who says a good song is a good song. I agree 100%.
Oh, Squirm. The industrial metal band I was in, that was our singer.
Excellent.
Yes, and bass player as well. Later
Okay.
on.
And the Voices 2 says,
Yeah.
hey, Mike.
Oh, hey, the voices too.
So, since you still have your
So-
guitar there, did you want to perform another song for us?
I can do another song. I'm gonna see if I can fix the lighting just one
Or
second.
perhaps we could do another reading.
Oh, hang on.
You know what? We'll ask the chat. Chat, what would you like to hear next? Another reading? Would you like to hear another song? Do you have some more questions?
I think I stepped on a power bar when I was dealing with the audio
Oh,
issues
dear.
earlier. So, yeah, we can do another reading. One second. I'll put the
Yeah, no
guitar down
worries.
again.
And M-Cross 2012, I fully agree. Play from your heart and play what you love, and you cannot go wrong. And really, that goes for any creative medium. You just gotta... You gotta do what you love. And if you do what you love, then the audience will follow.
That is exactly... Well, maybe the audience won't follow, but you do have to do what you love. Because if you're not liking it, no one else will either.
All right. So, yeah, we've got consensus from the chat on a reading. So, yeah.
All right. Well, good thing I put the guitar down then. Okay. Here we are. So this is after VJ has left to go on his work trip, and Katja has started back at her day job and has not had a good day. And so it's nighttime, it's rainy, it's dark, and here we go. She crawled back into her sofa nest and pulled the blankets around her. She put her hand to her chest scar, closed her eyes, and took a deep breath. She turned on the TV, and the signal was once again out. Katja moaned lightly and considered her options. It was too early to go to bed, and she didn't think she could concentrate on a book. If the TV was out, then so was the internet. Besides, the internet outrage machine was only liable to angry up the blood. She sighed, crawled out of her nest, put her shoes on, and went to the back door. A flashlight and umbrella lived on the shelf beside the door, left there by VJ for just such an occasion. She took them and went out into the cold, wet night. The rain pattered on the umbrella, and mud squished under her shoes as she crossed the backyard to the utility pole where the cable came in. Once again, the rusted-out connector had come undone. The too small piece of duct tape that had studiously held it together for several years was a vaguely sticky lump of gray goo, crisscrossed with soaking wet threads. She raised her shoulder to hold the umbrella against her neck, squeezed the flashlight under her arm, and pulled the stray cable to the connector. They held together hesitantly for a moment before popping apart. Katja bent down and searched the unkempt garden for a rock. She found one heavy and flat enough that she'd be able to do the job. She pulled the cable behind one of the slats in the privacy fence, stretched the connector end to the same spot, pushed them together, set them down on a horizontal mid-fence beam. She set the rock on top. It held. "Look at me, being an expert electrician," she said. She turned around to head back inside, but found her way blocked by a person. Under the sound of the rain, the person had gotten nearly within touching distance of Katja without being heard. It was the girl she thought she had seen washing her earlier. Her white dress was caked in mud, ground in so hard the rain wasn't helping. Her hair was the same, knotted and tangled, with clumps of dirt ground in, oozing slowly down her face and neck. Her skin was deathly white. Her bare feet had sucked into the muck of the garden, her toes turned inwards, one leg turned far to one side. Her lips were black, as were her empty eye sockets, which, despite their lack of eyes, looked directly at Katja. The top two buttons on her dress were undone, and she had a long tear down the front, revealing a scar that matched Katja's. She took a shaky, lurching step forwards as she spoke. Her voice was low and gravelly as she pointed a thin, bony finger at Katja. "You have my heart," she said. Katja screamed, dropped the flashlight, and swung hard at the girl with the umbrella in both hands. It connected solidly against the side of her head, and her neck bent sideways and down, causing her head to dangle in a way that no head should. She made incoherent croaking sounds as her head lolled horribly to the side. Katja hit her again, but the umbrella had bent in two from the first strike. She dropped it and ran for the back door. As she was reaching for the handle, the girl appeared suddenly in front of it, her head still dangling to the side. She reached to Katja with both hands. Guttural, gurgling sounds rose up from her throat. Katja screamed again, jumped back, turned to the right, and ran up the alley for the front door. Not that it would help, since her key was inside the house, along with her phone. She didn't get far enough to worry about that, though, as the pale specter appeared in front of her again. Katja froze. The girl's neck slowly twisted back into place. Katya could hear the sickening sound of bones crunching against each other as the head repositioned itself. It opened its mouth and dry, choking sounds came out. Katya turned to run back down the alley, but the thing appeared before her once again. Katya dropped to her knees, her hand to her chest. She moaned and began to cry. "Why would you do that to me?" said the girl. "I'm sorry," Katya said, through the tears and the rain, not daring to make eye contact with the hideous holes in her attacker's face. I didn't know it was your heart. The doctors gave it to me." "But why would you hit me with your umbrella?" said the girl. "Why did you break my neck?" "Please don't kill me," said Katya, still looking at the ground and crying. I didn't know it was yours. Don't kill me, please." The girl frowned and straightened up a bit. "Why would I want to kill you?" Katya, confused, looked up to the girl. To get your heart back?" "Why would I want my heart back?" the girl asked. "I don't need it anymore." Katya blinked up at the girl and squinted, rain falling in her eyes. Then why are you here?" The girl began. She choked and gagged like she was pulling something up from her throat from deep, try that again. She choked and gagged like she was pulling something up her throat from deep inside her. She opened her mouth and a clod of mud and stones dropped out onto the alleyway ground. She coughed and drooled out more mud. When she spoke again, her voice was considerably less aggressive sounding. "I just wanted to meet you," she said.
Love it.
So that is Katya meeting the mystery girl.
The first subversion of expectation. And one of many to come.